I'm back! I gave birth to my daughter on the 17th of March 2017, which was 3.5 weeks ago. This video is my labour and delivery experience. It will mainly be in the form of a vlog, but there are some bits and pieces that didn't get filmed, so I will just be here filling in the gaps. Anyway, I hope you enjoy, and yeah, let's get started. Today's the day, it's induction day. We're just packing up the car and we're about to go to the hospital. I'm so excited. Hey Misha, you don't even know it yet. When we come home, we'll have your little sister. Got the car all packed, all the baby gear, all my gear, all Trent's gear, and it is such a stunning autumn day.
Hey, hey.
So baby did it. To the hospital, and we've got our temporary little room, and we've just gone and got some food. It's got a cold hot dog, and we've got a pretty sick view for now.
And a Moroccan lamb.
Oh, and Moroccan lamb and a sparkling water. I get my lunch provided, so we'll see what that is. It smells like fish. Pretty view. We were right. It is fish. It's tuna and mayo sandwich, yogurt and apple. And I got myself a
nice
fruit
and
salad.
healthy though.
Yeah.
For you.
Yum.
Not me.
Just been hooked up to one of these machines to track her heartbeat. On here. No. I'm not doing zoom, 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 zoom. Zoom, 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 zoom. Zoomy. Trent's made himself comfortable in the lazy boy chair thingy.
Yeah. Sleepy.
And I'm doing a crossword. I'm tired too. Hi. I just got my IV in and it was a bloodbath. It was pretty gross. But I had to get a local anaesthetic first so that she could dig
Go
around.
like that.
What?
Go like that.
What?
On the other hand, egg.
Oh, like this.
No, show me like that. Show me. There's blood on there.
Oh, yeah, it was gushing everywhere, but they got it in eventually, and yeah, now I can't feel it, so I'm going to anesthetic, so all good. Just had my, what is it? Just had the gel on my cervix, which was uncomfortable, and I am 1.5 centimeters dilated. They said that they could have broken the cervix then, but because I'm not dilated enough, it would have been painful and uncomfortable, so the gel will hopefully open the cervix a little bit more before they break the waters. And yeah, I'm hooked up to one of these machines again, just to check the baby's all good. And it's currently 3:25 in the afternoon, and our parents will be here soon. So my contractions have officially started, but it's in the very early stages. And Mum's here. Hi. And this is a lovely view. Oh. Just had my second dose of gel. Thank you. And now hooked up to this again. My contractions are coming along quite intensely and a lot closer together since my second dose, but my cervix hasn't dilated anymore, so we can't break down the just yet.
And more important news, 6 all. Bloody hell, Riley Jack's got denied a try a minute ago, so it should be 12-6, but...
Yeah. More importantly. What's up, YouTube? It's currently 11:25 and the contractions were getting way too intense when I was lying on the bed, so I have moved to a Swiss ball and bouncing around, and just moving around seems to distract me from the pain, so I think we're going to try and get some sleep shortly though. Trent's still got his leg, so he's a happy boy. Set up camp on the lazy boy.
Yeah.
But yeah. So after this clip was filmed, we ended up having a little rest, but then at 4:20 in the morning I thought I wet myself, so that woke me up. I rolled over to get out of bed and all of a sudden my waters broke and they went everywhere. I woke Trent up, he went and woke our mothers up, and then it was all go from there. That's when my contractions started getting intensely bad. I thought they were bad before, but no, I had no idea what was to come. So at about 5:30 in the morning, they were so bad that I started throwing up, and I threw up a lot. Shortly after that, I was given anti-nausea medication, but I was just throwing up for hours. There was one point where Trent had to walk me to the bathroom, I was on the toilet, and then I started throwing up in a bin, so that was really pleasant. Just after 6 o'clock in the morning, I was checked again and I was still only 3 centimeters. This was a little bit discouraging because I thought with the intensity of my contractions that I would be far more along than what I was. At 6:45 I was off at the gas, and that was helping to an extent. It was very painful. By this stage I was incredibly tired because we had only had a couple hours sleep, so I had my eyes closed through a majority of these contractions. Somebody just woke up! So just after 8 o'clock in the morning, I was given the option to go and have a bath. And I can see how this would have been a good idea if I had gotten in the bath earlier before I got so tired. But I think we ended up staying in there for about 45 minutes. And between contractions, I was falling asleep, so Trent had to hop in the bath with me just to keep me above water. So between the contractions I was nodding off, and then as soon as the contractions started I would just get a huge fright and I couldn't concentrate on my breathing. But thankfully after about 45 minutes a midwife came in and said, "The delivery room's ready for you now," because prior to this I had been begging for a room to go and get an epidural. So as soon as they said that that room was available, I was one happy girl. So it was about 9 o'clock in the morning when we got to the delivery suite, and it wasn't until 9:40 when I finally got my epidural. And the funny thing was, before I got my epidural, I remember hearing my mum laugh and make a joke with one of the midwives, and I just turned to her and said, "Mum, I can't handle anyone being happy right now." Like, I gave her a warning. And I didn't feel the epidural. I can't remember what it felt like, but I just remember concentrating because they said you cannot move. Even if you're having a contraction, you can't move while they are inserting it. So I was just trying to concentrate on breathing that whole time because I was having a contraction as they were doing it. That would have been the only time where I actually stayed still during a contraction, because before that I was thrashing about. I would lie down on the bed for a split second, then I'd get up because I was uncomfortable, and I'd be walking around the room and I was just trying to ignore anyone who had a positive attitude, because at the time I was just in the worst mood and the worst pain I've ever been in my life. So anyone that was happy I just didn't have time for. At 10 p.m. that evening, the doctors came in and said that they had decided that I needed to have a Caesarian because the whole time I had been in labour I hadn't gotten past 3 centimetres, and I had been at the hospital since lunchtime the previous day, which was when my gel and everything started. So I had just been in labour for far too long, and Bailey was beginning to get distressed. So when they told me that, I was a little bit nervous, but at the same time I was thankful, and I had kind of been expecting that I would have to have a Caesarian. All geared up, getting ready to go into theatre to have a Caesarian. Feeling a little bit nervous, but I'll have Trent by my side, and then I'll have the grandmas waiting here. And we come out with the little girl, and yeah, starting to feel contractions again, which is a bit uncomfortable, but I'm getting a top up of my epidural shortly, they say. Get it soon though.
Reckon?
Yeah.
Time is 8:54.
8:54, so she'll be here within about an hour and a half. Bye! See you soon. No, it's good. Trent got to come into theatre with me, and he was able to stay with me and hold my hand the whole time. I think the operation took about 40 minutes or so, but for me it felt like it took 5 minutes. One of the side effects with the spinal block they give you just before you have a Caesarian though is shaking, and I was shaking uncontrollably. I could not stop. And finally, Miss Bailey here, she was born at 11:05 p.m. on the 17th of March 2017. And as soon as we heard her crying, we both just got so emotional. It was just the best noise I had ever heard. Trent was able to cut her cord, which I was very happy about. I lost 1.2 litres of blood during surgery, and they said that was quite a lot, but it wasn't enough to have a transfusion or anything, luckily, so they just had to keep an eye on me. And I had very low iron while I was in hospital. I didn't get to hold her right away. When we got into the recovery room, I finally got to hold her. Anyway, that's enough talking from me. I'll let you get back to the video. See you later. Mwah. It's currently 8:15 on Saturday, the 18th of March. Bailey here was born on the 17th of March at 11:05 p.m. And I'm just so in love with this girl. She was 4.04 kg, which I think is around, I don't know, 8 or 9 pounds. She's just the love of my life. Hi, I am here with Miss Bailey Rose, who's currently sleeping. I, on the other hand, am in a bit of pain. I'm on morphine, so I feel very dopey and just very tired and spaced out. Feeding hasn't been going too well. She hasn't latched on properly just yet. I've managed to hand express and use a pump, so she is still getting milk from me, but she has to have it through a syringe or a little cup. So yeah, once we get that figured out, then I'll be a happy mama. We're trying our best, aren't we, darling? Aren't we? She is just so darn cute. My big Buddha. Yesterday Trent went home so that he could get a decent rest, so he'll be coming back down today. And my sister-in-law Sam, I'm looking forward to seeing them, and hopefully I'll be able to have a good shower because I feel really gross and I haven't washed my hair since Tuesday. It's now Saturday. Until then I'm just going to have a little rest. But yeah, okay, that's enough from us. Bye. I swear these baby blues are no joke. Miss Bailey here. Hello. Wearing some cute pink pants. Little white cardigan. Gorgeous girl. But yes, I have been crying about absolutely everything today. Everything and anything. Trent's bringing in dinner, and I started crying when he said he was going to bring in dinner. Far out. Your mummy's silly, eh? Here she is. That hurts to laugh. What is It's a view from our window, by the way. Bailey Boo's 5th night in hospital. Daddy! Oh, she's just about due to wake up, so we are going to get her food ready. I'm still dreaming. So since she's not taking her milk straight from me, I have to use a nipple shield, and we put a line in and then we fill a syringe up with my milk and then put that through the nipple shield, and it's trying to kind of trick her into thinking that she's getting the milk from the nipple, so that when we take the shield away, hopefully she'll just get it and know exactly what to do. And that's all ready to go. We just need to wake Bailey up first. Bailey rosebud bottle with my breast milk. Good, well, open it. Good, yeah. I have to stick it a little bit further. That's a success. So we thought that yesterday might be our last day in hospital, but it looks like today might be the last day in hospital. She's been doing very well with her bottle feeding, and she has put on weight, so we got the all clear with that. We just have a few more people that need to come around, talk to us, do some checks, and then we hopefully will be home by this afternoon. This little girl's about to have her lunch, and we're going to pump out the next feeds, and then we might both have a nap. Bailey is about to make her entrance into the big wide world for the first time. Here she comes. Proud Dad. Oh.
Welcome to the big bad world, baby.
Oh, I want you to be safe inside. We'll get you home soon enough. I'm so excited.
Top of the North Korea. Top of it.
We are just about home. You! Oh, stretch, yes. Home finally. Oh, it's so sunny.
Ooh.
Oh! I love you so much. It's so cute. Can you zoom in on that, please? Oh. Come here.
Okay.
Come here. What is she saying? Hello? Oh shit. Oh god. Oh, I think I might have...
My femme.
Cute. I'm gonna have to get some milk into you, young lady. I can't believe she's here, like, it feels so weird. Oh, big yawn, sweetheart. Oh, huge big yawn.